away for you momentarily. Okay, James Lennon, we're ready for you, my son. Take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare for the main event of the evening, at this time, joining us to the red corner, please welcome the challenger, Jhonny Gonzalez.
So, Jhonny Gonzalez has been in many. The one thing we can say about Jhonny Gonzalez is this guy is some kind of hitter.
Absolutely, from both sides. That's the thing that makes him so tough. He can knock you out with a variety of different shots coming from both hands. It could be a body shot, it could be an uppercut. The guy has wicked, wicked power coming from both sides. Has won his 11 fights by knockout. None going over past 4 rounds. So this guy's coming off a big win against Aristides Perez, a technical knockout in the 2nd round, winning WBC Featherweight title. Before that, he knocked out Antonio Davis in the 2nd round. Humberto Soto, who had lost to this guy. Humberto Soto also beat him. It was a technical knockout in 4 rounds. And Antonio Davis went the distance with Steven Luvano, the former WBO featherweight champion.
And we wish him a happy birthday because today is his 29th birthday, Jhonny Gonzalez. Okay, Jimmy Lennon Jr. will get your attention. And Jimmy, bring in our next fighter for us. If you can hear me or see me, James Lennon Jr., bring in the next fighter for us. Jimmy, take it away.
And now the defending champion joining us to the blue corner, please welcome Jackson Asiku.
And here comes Jackson Asiku, handled by good friend Angelo Hyder from Australia, and Bob Fidanovsky, who actually trains him. Fidanovsky has that gym over in Perth, which is on the west coast. It's kind of like Florida, if you will. Although they got a couple of Floridas in Australia. You go up to the Gold Coast area, it's beautiful up there, and the Reef area in the north.
Boy, they did a great job in training him for Heriberto Ruiz. And Heriberto Ruiz, who has beaten Cristobal Cruz, also Ray Batista. And I tell you what, Heriberto Ruiz was a one tough customer, but no problem for Jackson Asiku getting the knockout in the 8th round to capture the IBO featherweight title.
This, in spite of the fact that Jhonny Gonzalez has 45 victories and Asiku only 26, this Asiku has a great amateur background. He had around 100 amateur fights. He represented Uganda in the 2000 Olympics and former Commonwealth champion. He turned pro in 2000 after the Olympic Games in Sydney. He loved it so much in Australia, well, he decided to just stay there.
Well, you know, like a lot of those fighters that have gone to Australia, and the names that stand out for me right now, people like Costa Zoo, who decided to go ahead and stay there and keep on fighting. And then the other guys, Victor Archinian, Lester Ellis, Barry Michael, Sakio Bika, Lovamore Nundu, Jerry St. Clair.
All right, Jimmy Lennon Jr. is standing by. We're going to get this championship fight underway for you. So without further ado, here is Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Las Vegas Hilton for the featured bout of the evening. It's Viva Mexico at Las Vegas. It is all brought to you by Roy Engelbrecht Promotions in association with Promociones del Pueblo and Corona Extra with Hayden Matchmaker. Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos aficionados al box por la pelea principal de la noche. 12 asaltos por el Campeonato Mundial Pluma de la OIB. This bout is sanctioned by the IBO President Ed Levine, Supervisor Jorge Alonso, along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the Chairman Pat Lundvall, Executive Director Keith Kaiser. Introducing our judges, scoring this bout from ringside, presentando a los jueces, Adelaide Bird, Dwayne Ford, and Jerry Roth. And our third man in the ring, referees Kenny Bayless. Bien amigos, esta es la pelea estelar de la noche. All right, fans, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing for the IBO Featherweight World Championship. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world on Integrated Sports Pay-Per-View, it's Viva Mexico at Las Vegas. It's time for the main event of the evening. Introducing to you first, The challenger on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with gold trim. He weighed in at 126 pounds. Presentando al retador en la esquina roja, pesando 126 libras. His record stands at 45 wins, 7 losses, with 39 big wins coming by way of knockout. Con un récord de 45 victorias y 7 derrotas, tiene 39 ganadas por knockout. Tonight, challenging for the title, here is the former WBO bantamweight champion of the world. Aquí está el ex campeón mundial peso gallo de la Ciudad de México. Please welcome the hard-hitting Jhonny Gonzalez. And his opponent across the ring, the champion on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red, black, and yellow trunks. He weighed in at a ready 125 pounds. Y el campeón en la esquina azul, con un peso de 125 libras. With a record of 26 wins and 3 losses, he has 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Con un récord de 26 victorias y 3 derrotas, tiene 14 ganadas por knockout. He is a 2000 Olympian, fighting out of Perth, Australia by way of Uganda. Aquí está el campeón. Here is the defending IBO Featherweight World Champion, introducing action, Jackson Asiku. Once again, a referee in charge, Kenny Bayless, now to give instructions.
Okay, gentlemen, we know the rules in the dressing room. I want to encourage you to keep the fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck to both of you. Been a sport day. Touch them up.
All right, on the tail of the tape, you see the champion is a half-inch shorter. He's about a pound lighter. He's 2 years older, and the reach is exactly the same. So not much difference between these two guys. One very, very experienced amateur fighter who's a world champ, 26-3 from Kampala in Uganda, now training and fighting out of Perth, Australia in Asiku, and Jhonny Gonzalez, a big, big banger under the tutelage of Nacho Barrett, one of the best trainers in all of Mexico. Jhonny is decked out in the black trunks with the kind of gold trim, and in the red and black and yellow, the colors of the flag of Uganda, is Asiku. Asiku, the champion. He's favored in this fight. Let's see what he can do against a big punching Jhonny Gonzalez. I don't know if he's ever fought anybody as good as Gonzalez or anybody that can punch like him.
Exactly, but again, this is a guy that keeps himself in great physical shape. He's already been against some champions. He had a great out against Gary St. Clair.
Yeah, that's right.
Stopping him in the 9th round, taking him out. Also, Heriberto Ruiz is a fighter very similar to Jhonny Gonzalez. But he's going to have to stay busy. He cannot stay in front of Jhonny Gonzalez because the punch can come at any time. This is a wicked, wicked puncher with 39 knockouts.
Well, I can tell you, when the guy beats a guy like Gary St. Clair, I did a lot of his fights in Australia. As you know, the series down there for Tony Caradona, I did about 25 or 30 fights over a 2-year period of time, and saw all the young Australian fighters and been involved with the Australian Boxing Hall of Fame as well. And if you beat a guy like Sinclair, I mean, you beat a really quality fighter. Look at the double jabs of Asiku. This guy's a quality fighter, very well conditioned, and certainly a tremendous amateur background. Going to the Olympics, made it to the 2nd round of the Olympics in Sydney. Loved the country and stayed down there.
Well, you know, on the other hand, too, Jhonny Gonzalez, this guy also 164 wins, 14 losses, 3-time national champion of Mexico, bronze medalist in the 1998 Pan Am Games, and also was a member of the Mexican Olympic team. A little dispute and decided to go ahead and turn pro.
So similar backgrounds, and Gonzalez actually more professional fights and more amateur fights, but he's also a few years older, and you know in Mexico he'll fight anybody, so his body's taking a lot more punishment than Asiku has.
Yeah, some people want to say an old 29.
Yes, and I would say that. Yeah, except he bangs so hard, Benny, you can disregard that, because this is about the hurt business.
He is digging that left hook now, and Asiku has felt the power of Jhonny Gonzalez.
Gonzalez is actually scoring much heavier blows in round number 1 than Asiku is. You see the class of these two guys, a former world champ in the black trunks and a reigning world champ in the gold trunks with the red and black. Now, this is a very, very good fight with two very, very good fighters.
Boy, I looked at the face of Asiku, and boy, he tasted the power of Gonzalez. He's realizing, you know what? I can't let this guy lay a glove on me.
I'll tell you, Asiku, there's no quitting this guy, though. He comes right at you. You know, we talked about it. The sanctioning bodies take a lot of, well, I'd say razzing. Not razzing, it's more than that. They get no respect from HBO, Showtime, or the newspapers and people on the internet. But, you know, anytime, even it's the IBO as opposed to the WBC, you got to say the guy's a world champion. He's fighting like a world champ out there tonight. You can see the skill as round number 1 goes into the books. I got to give that to Asiku. Even though I thought Gonzalez landed some heavier blows, I thought that Asiku's aggressiveness and the amount of punches he landed would give him the first round.
Yeah, and I thought that Asiku, the first 2 minutes of the round, he was the dominant guy. The last minute, Jhonny Gonzalez stepped it up, but not enough. Look at that cold look. Just totally calm. Nacho Berenstein in the corner there. Ignacio. You see, get your punches a little bit higher. You can't wait, though. You boxed very well towards the end of the fight. Go back again after you attack the head. Go back to the body. Straight right, and look for that upper.
Kenny Bayless, the third man in the ring, one of the fine ring officials here in the State of Nevada Athletic Commission. This is round number 2, the IBO Featherweight Championship of the World at 126 pounds. I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan. Along with me is Benny Riccotto. We're at the showroom where Elvis performed, Barry Manilow. All of them, the big stars here in the showroom in the Las Vegas Hilton.
Kenny Bayless not missing anything right away, pulling up the pants of Jackson Asiku.
These guys. Jackson right after him, always the aggressive. Jhonny backing up, but he'll stop and plant and fire. This again is round number 2 from the Hilton showroom.
And I love Asiku's line. He said, you know what? I'm bringing my two judges with me all the way from Australia, my left and my right hand. He does not want to leave it in the hands of judges. He wants to go ahead and slug it out and try to get a knockout over Gonzalez.
Well, I tell you, I admire him because Gonzalez is a big puncher. Notice the up and down movement. Gonzalez didn't really get a real clean shot on him, although he landed some significant punches there.
Ooh, that right there. Gonzalez on the button.
He finally caught him, but look at the way he called it up. But look at the legs of Asiku.
He's lost right now.
His legs are a little bit loose in the knees, a little bit heavy in the thighs, and a little bit heavy in the heels. He's not all there. 2 good shots to the right side of his head again by Gonzalez. I wonder if Gonzalez realizes that he hurt him a bit.
No, he does, and you know what? Watch the way he bends that front leg. He's throwing that with tremendous power. He's getting his hip behind. Good torque as he unleashes those shots.
But look at now, Asiku has got his legs back. I mean, this is conditioning. Now he's on the assault. Jhonny waiting on him.
Yeah, but don't lean. Look at that. He leaned, and all of a sudden Gonzalez was waiting for him with that upper.
You can't lean in with this guy. He won't crack you with an uppercut. Nailed him with a left hook. See him reaching in again. Benny, he's going to get countered with an uppercut, and it might end this fight.
Yeah, and in the corner of Gonzalez, they told him straight right and uppercut, and that's what he's looking for.
Asiku is aggressive, but you know he's got to watch himself leaning in that kill zone. He'll get countered with that uppercut. This time he bends down. Jhonny bangs him with the left side of the temple bone. Jhonny moving very, very well now.
Yeah, and he's setting up that big punch with that jab. That jab has been very effective to stop Asiku.
Both of these guys loading up shots. There's the uppercut. This is just round 2. This is scheduled for 12, and at this pace, it's not going to go 12 rounds.
Boy, he's going for the top of the mohawk of a Jackson Asiku is Jhonny Gonzalez.
There's Asiku a little bit off balance, chasing him down. Wild with the right hand again and sails over the head of Gonzalez. Then he clips him. There's no quitting this guy. He's attacking Gonzalez. Gonzalez resets himself.
And look at Gonzalez now dropping those elbows, trying to fend off those body shots.
Now he plants like a typical Mexican warrior. We got a severe sixer.
Wow, what a seesaw battle here.
There's the bell ending round 2. That's an excellent, excellent round of boxing.
And I'm going with Jhonny Gonzalez on that one. I thought he was a lot busier. I thought it switched the other way around. The first 2 minutes, it was all Jhonny Gonzalez. Then Jackson Asiku finally started to go ahead and land his shots as he was able to go ahead and close the distance against Jhonny Gonzalez.
case we're rushed at the end of the show, I want to mention our executive producer tonight is Doug Jacobs of Integrated Sports, and Nelson Swegler is our producer, along with our director, Rick Phillips, and our show producer, Richard Gaughan. Great job by everybody. Our ringside security chief, Dan Hibbert. We appreciate all your work. Here's the combination that's got things started, Benny.
There's that great right hand. And a left, all those shots landing right there. But Gonzalez just not able to go ahead and finish it. Watch Asiku. This is the way he turned around in the last 2 minutes of the fight. When he was starting to land those bodies, I was able to close the distance.
Well, that's a round that some judges could see one way and other judges the other way. Official judges, some of the best. Adelaide Bird, Dwayne Ford, and Jerry Roth, all terrific judges here in Las Vegas. This is round 3, scheduled for 12. If you don't like the alphabet soup, as it's disrespectfully called, the IBO Featherweight Championship is not short on action. And it's a credit to Ed Levine, the president, and represented here tonight by Jorge Alonso, the vice president of the IBO. We congratulate you for having a terrific champion and putting on a terrific championship fight.
Asiku's trying to reach the body of Jhonny Gonzalez. Good left, straight left right there, landing on the bridge of the nose of Gonzalez.
Bring him up, Jhonny.
Gonzalez trying to turn those thumbs out a little bit. Can't have power that way. But if he comes with that uppercut, he'll really crack him if he can catch Asiku. Asiku very aggressive, giving that nice side-to-side movement. Bounces in, bounces out. When he comes to the kill zone, he either bends down or he throws a punch. That's what I like. And that's the difference between championship fighters and championship caliber fighters, like Jhonny Gonzalez is a former world champ.
But you know, I'm starting to see some errors here by Asiku. He is leading a little bit too much. And you can't do that against a cracker like Jhonny Gonzalez.
He's getting away with it so far, Benny, but whether he can sustainably get away with it is a different kettle of fish. See, his movement is causing Jhonny to miss a lot of punches. Meanwhile, he's scoring. I think he's outboxing him right now. I really do. I think that Asiku's beating him to the punch. See, Jhonny caught him there, but partially on the forearm. He's short with his jab. Let's just follow this and see exactly what happens here now. See, all of it. That time he cracked him with a left hook.
Kind of reminds you a little bit of Meldrick Taylor against Julio Cesar Chavez, where Meldrick Taylor was just relentless, staying right on top of Julio Cesar, not allowing him to still establish his base of power.
But in that particular fight that Richard Steele gets criticized for, which to this day I say Richard did the right thing.
I do too.
You saw Meldrick Taylor today, you know he did the right thing. Meldrick's in deep trouble. Look at Gonzalez slicing away at this guy. And Asiku showing the defense.
Yeah, as soon as Asiku slows down, that's when he becomes vulnerable.
Well, he walked into a right hand that time. Jhonny loads up another right hand that falls short. Catches a bit of air with that one. And he's doing a nice job catching the left hooks of Asiku on the back of his right glove. Asiku continues to put the pressure on Gonzalez, and Gonzalez loads up the body shot. Does Asiku. He's on top of him, but he can't seem to hurt this guy.
Yeah, but that's when this one Gonzalez is really dangerous. This is when he's really, really dangerous, Colonel.
That's when both of these guys are dangerous. Remember, coming off a second round knockout is Gonzalez, so he's into a territory he'd like to get out of in a hurry. Closing seconds down the third round. Another very good round of boxing, and I like Asiku in this round. Even though Gonzalez is loading up shots in the last few seconds. I like Asiku in that round.
Yep, I gotta give that to Asiku too. I gave Asiku the first and the third. The second I gave to Jhonny Gonzalez.
You know, talking about the IBO, you couldn't have a better fight than this. This is terrific stuff.
What a pace these guys are establishing.
Our pal Angelo Hyder in that corner.
Your right hand with your free right hand, Judge.
That's him right there.
Pull it out, Benny, free.
Here's some of the action here in round number 3. Asiku with that right hand just there, that left. Right on the left eye of Jhonny Gonzalez. And staying right in front of him, trying to go ahead and dig. There it is. Good left right there. But didn't really get a chance. He was still so upright when he threw that shot. So his base of power was not settled when he threw that shot.
But I mentioned ESPN.com's Dan Raphael has his own rankings in the featherweight. As we go to round number 4, he's got Chris John number 1, Juan Manuel Lopez number 2. He's got Gamboa number 3. He's got Eloy Rojas number 4. Celestino Caballeros 5. Number 6, Rolando Salido. And then number 7, Cristobal Cruz. Rafael Marquez. Then he's got Gonzalez 9th, and then he's got Daniel Ponce de Leon 10th, and he never mentions Asiku. He's the reigning IBO champ. That might change in next week's rankings by Dan Rafael. We'll see.
Yeah, because if you're watching this, you got to love Asiku. And what I love is the way he digs the body.
Now that time, as you say that, he goes to the body, then back upstairs with the left hook to the head. Kenny Bayless keeping an eye right on these guys, making sure those heads don't clash. Last thing you want is the heads to come together now. This is a terrific fight. Seesaw, back and forth. Nothing really big landed by Asiku, but he's outworking Jhonny right now.
Yeah, he's right in front of him, not letting him breathe at all. He's smothering him. He's not giving Gonzalez any distance by which to go ahead and turn his punches.
And that's the way to fight this guy. Don't give him the distance. Their reach is exactly the same, but Gonzalez looks like, because he dips that left shoulder in, like he's got a bit of a longer reach. But he doesn't. It's exactly. He got him! He got him with a left hook! All of a sudden, Gonzalez targets up, and down goes the champion! Comes up to 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. He'll take the standing 8 count. That's the power of Gonzalez. Plenty of time to finish him off. We might have a new world champ. Here comes Gonzalez. The legs are back of Asiku. He's in trouble. His legs are gone. Can Jhonny catch him? He's tracking him down. Asiku says, come on. The warrior that he is.
But Asiku's doing the intelligent thing. Get away from there. Get away from there. Go ahead. Get your head back. Clear the cowheads.
Big mistake here, Benny. Leaning in again. He's not completely head clear. A minute to go in the 4th round.
And you can just see right now Jhonny Gonzalez, the coolness of an assassin. That thin blood going through his veins right there, just biding his time.
Well, I tell you, he hasn't really let him off the hook, but Asiku is trying to get the blood flowing around those legs, moving back and forth. He's doing all he can do, like Betty said, stay away. The only other option is to come in and grab, but he doesn't want to be any place near him. He's nailed, you know, if the ropes keep you up when you hit, and he's on top of it again with 27 seconds to go. Kenny can stop this fight if he doesn't answer. He's reeling all over the place. 20 seconds to go. Has he got him or not? He's getting nailed all over the place. Gonzalez trying to finish him. There's no quitting Asiku. How about this, folks? How do you like the IBO Featherweight Championship?
And now we're going to see what kind of condition Jhonny Gonzalez is in. He's used up a lot of energy.
The battle is a terrific round of boxing. How about that?
That may be the round of the year.
So far, we've seen a lot of good ones.
We saw the Ivan Calderon fight. We saw the Eric Morales. We saw Ana Maria Torres. We saw the Edgar Sosa fight. And I'll tell you what, this is right up there.
Listen to me.
Here is the knockdown. Look at that left, right on the chin. Followed up right here by this. Sets it up again. It's going to be the left hand again. There it is again. And then the right. And again, another right. And finally that left, and down goes right there, Asiku.
The amazing thing, Benny, as you're watching, look at that. That one snapped his head, that left hook.
But it almost looked like he tripped more so than the punch.
No, he get nailed with that
wait,
left hook.
now watch. Coming over from that side. And then as he's going there, then he trips over the leg. As he was trying to get away.
He was out in his legs at that time. That left hook had him in a heap of trouble.
But this guy's got some kind of physical condition, stamina galore.
Remember, we had Asiku winning 1 and 3, and he was ahead in 4, and then like a bolt out of the blue, the left hook changes the whole course. Now Gonzalez, does he have enough to finish this guy off? Or Asiku got what they call in England the bottle to hang in there and battle with this guy.
And the crowd now urging on there, Jhonny Gonzalez. They'd like to see an early finish.
Asiku appears like his legs are back as he's on the assault again. At the end of the last round, they were very much like a jellyfish's spine.
Yeah, but you know, Gonzalez did a good job of planting that trap. Asiku started getting some confidence coming in there, and that's when he caught him with that left.
Absolutely, Benny. Anytime, we've talked about it a couple of times tonight, you cannot enter the kill zone unless you throw. Nailed again, and down he goes. Counts up to 3 and 4. He should be able to get up. He's staggered 6 and 7 and 8, but his legs aren't going to be good enough, I don't think. And there's a heap of time. 2 minutes. Jhonny will be on the assault now.
And he's gone.
It's all over.
It's over.
It's all over. Kenny will stop the fight unless he can defend himself. He slips out of there some way.
And Kenny's right on top of him. Asiku has not thrown a punch.
And his eyes aren't clear. He bangs him to the body again. Kenny's looking for an excuse as he staggers towards the rope. One more solid blow and Jhonny's got him. The uppercut to the inside. Gonzalez's power has been too much for the classy boxing of the champion. Digging body shot. How did he hold up for that? Another shot to the right side of the skull. Gonzalez is all over him now, but throwing very calculated shots.
And again, he's trying to do the best he can not to go ahead and use up his energy and try to knock him out. I tell you what heart. Jackson Asiku.
Still more than a minute to go in this round, and how he survived through this second minute is beyond me. Now he actually scores a punch or two. Counter with a left hook is Jhonny. Jhonny gonna say to him, what do I have to do to stop this guy? I've had him down a couple of times and I can't stop him.
And Gonzalez each time planting that trap, letting Asiku come in, and then right there countering beautifully.
Look at the conditioning, Benny, of
I'm
Asiku.
amazed. I'm totally amazed by this.
I thought the fight was over. I really did. I've seen a lot of fights back. This is the 892nd world title fight on call. And I'm using, he got down that side. He won't recover from that. Down he goes. He's going to be able to get up. It's up to 3 and 4. Kenny looks into the eyes. It's up to 6
Yeah, make
and
him walk.
7. He's going to have about 15 seconds here to go.
Come to me. Come.
Kenny takes his time. That's the perfect thing to do. 13 seconds. Jhonny wants to land one more big blow to see if he can end it. He's been down twice. He's going to survive the round, it appears. This guy has got tremendous condition.
Oh my God, I can't
Down
believe
2 times in the 5th round.
You know, I tell you what, I got to give credit to Kenny Bayless. I think I would have stopped it.
Great date, mate. Sit right back.
So how would you score that round?
Well, that's a
Great
10-7 round. The 2 knockdowns.
Jackson. Great date.
See that? He trips over his own feet. Now he goes to that big shot. But at this stage, this fight, I thought was over then. This is tremendous physical conditioning and heart.
And you know, right now, there's the second knockdown right here. Look at that left. Spun him completely around. He's in La La Land right now. But it's amazing how he's able to go ahead and get back up, gather himself, and right now, right there, Kenny Bayless took a long time with him and made him walk forward. Kenny Bayless spent that whole time in the corner of Jackson Asiku.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You want to give your fighter every opportunity. There's no need to rush once he's up. Make sure he's okay. All right, here we go. Round number 6. Gonzalez has had Asiku, the champion, down in the 4th round and twice in the 5th round.
And a right hand again, right on the button by Gonzalez, backing up Asiku.
Now he catches him with the left hook. His legs aren't totally back. I can tell you right now, as a nice wide shot, you watch the legs of Asiku when he gets blasted with the next right hand. He's up on those toes, trying to get the circulation back in the legs. This is, Benny, what I love about professional prize fighting. 2 finely conditioned athletes in the peak condition. A guy's been down 3 times in the fight. There's no quitting this guy.
No, and I tell you what, if the world didn't know Jackson Asiku, you've got to know him now. This is a champ. This is a guy with tremendous heart. I'm amazed. Johnny Gonzalez, as wicked a puncher as he is, for Jackson Asiku to have been able to withstand all those shots and still beat it.
You remember, this guy just arrived from Australia yesterday, so he hasn't had a lot of time. And he gets down again. Can he stop the fight? It's all over. We got a brand new IBO Featherweight champion of the world, and his name is Jhonny Gonzalez. Well, he's a former WBO. Now he is the IBO Featherweight champion of the world. And we'll see if he moves up in the rankings now. How about that? That was a terrific prize fight. And a nice finish for Jhonny and for Alex and all my buddies down there in Australia. We got nothing to be ashamed of. Alex Vela, the whole family, everybody at the Panthers Club. Wish we could get down and see y'all, and we will soon. Everybody in the Bikies, Rebels Bikies Club, I know you're watching down there. And Asiku made a good showing with Angelo Haida, but tonight it wasn't meant to be. Jhonny Gonzalez is the new IBO Featherweight champion of the world. Whoa. Benny will go in and talk to Jhonny Gonzalez. We want to show you exactly how it ended. Gonzalez in the black trunks on the assault. And no quitting Asiku, as we said. Watch how it unfolds here. And it's a bitter, bitter assault at the end. There's a bit of a low blow. He's hurt right there. Kenny wants to tell him to keep the punches up. You notice the fighter doesn't complain. He's in a heap of trouble at this stage. And there's the big shot, and Kenny's seen enough. And he stops the fight properly. And there he is, Jhonny Gonzalez, the new champion of the world. I mentioned it 3 times, and I'll mention it again. Ed Levin and Jorge Alonso, you've got nothing to be ashamed of. Be proud of the IBO. You've got a terrific champion in Jhonny Gonzalez. And the other great featherweights in the world, you better get yourself on notice that this guy is coming. Chris John, Juan Manuel Lopez, Orlando Salido, Cristobal Cruz, Steve Luveno, Yuriorkis Gamboa, Elio Rojas, Daniel Ponce de Leon. And how about the kid in the Philippines, Bernabe Concepcion, and of course Rafael Marquez, all terrific fighters. Jimmy Lennon Jr. standing by with the official particulars, but first we'll show you the knockdowns and then the end of the fight. This is the first knockdown in the fight, and down he goes. This is back in the 4th round, and then the big assault here again in the 5th. And again the assault continues. And it's all at this time the power of Jhonny Gonzalez. But look at the courage of Asiku, who continues to rise. Only the great champions can do this. And this is about all that Kenny had to say. And that makes Jhonny Gonzalez the brand new IBO champion of the world. Jimmy Lennon is set. Jimmy, let's have the official particulars. Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute 9 seconds in round number 6. El tiempo 1 minuto 9 segundos en round número 6. El ganador por knockout técnico, el nuevo campeón. He is the winner by way of technical knockout and the new IBO Featherweight World Champion, Jhonny Gonzalez.
Benny Ricardo is in the ring, and we're going to get an interview with Jhonny Gonzalez, the new champ. And as soon as Benny is set, we'll throw it up to him. We want to thank our Spanish announcers, Armando Quintero, and the former welterweight champion of the world, Carlos Palomino, who's with us. Benny, I think you're set. Benny, if you can hear me and see me, you can take it any time. Go ahead, Benny.
Jhonny, no hay nada mejor que no solamente celebrar tu cumpleaños hoy, también celebrar el bicentenario mexicano, la fiesta de la independencia, y más que eso, ahora recuperar 8 títulos mundial, todo en una noche. There's nothing better for you, Jhonny, than tonight. It's your birthday. It is the bicentennial celebration of the Mexican independence, and you are now a new world champion, capturing this IBO featherweight title. ¿Cómo te sentís?
Bien, bien, gracias a Dios. Dimos una pelea como se esperaba. A lo mejor no lucí como yo quería, pero el triunfo se logró. Le quedé bien a todos los mexicanos por ser el día de la independencia del bicentenario. Y qué buen regalo me acaba de dar este campeonato del mundo, ¿no?
He said he'd like to go ahead first of all celebrate with all the Mexican people the bicentennial, also the independence, and also the fact that he has now got a new world title for himself as the IBO featherweight champion. Ahora tenés 12 knockouts ahora consecutivos ahora que tenés. Así que una increíble racha demostrando tu tremendo poder. You have a tremendous streak right now with that 12th knockout now. Tell me what it is that's bringing those down. ¿Qué está trayendo esos knockouts?
Eso es gracias al trabajo, gracias al esfuerzo que hacemos junto al equipo, junto a mi entrenador Nacho Beristain y un servidor que le ponemos empeño al gimnasio. Creo que ahí se ven los resultados. Gracias a Dios ya soy campeón del mundo, uno más en su lista de tantos campeones del mundo que ha tenido este gran entrenador.
He said he's had the pleasure of working with Nacho Beristain, the tremendous work that he puts into the ring and all the dedication and the extremely hard work. He feels very fortunate. He thanks God that he has a chance to work with Nacho Beristain. Ahora más que cualquier otra cosa, ahora tenés ahora entre los mejores. peso pluma del mundo. Le tenés ahí a Wama López, le tenés a Chris John, le tenés a Gamboa, Helio Rojas. ¿A quién te gustaría pelear? ¿Contra quién ahora? 5 años después de que ganaste ese título como ahí como gallo, ahora tenés este título. ¿Cuál de esos peleadores te gustaría encontrar? Of all the fighters you have the featherweight. You got Chris John, you got Gamboa, you got Helio Rojas, you got Wama Lopez. All these fighters, 5 years after you won your first title, who do you want to meet?
A cualquiera, la verdad yo no me pongo límites ni pongo pretextos contra quién. Yo estoy listo para el que me quiera enfrentar de cualquiera de los de la peso pluma. Estoy listo. Aquí está Jhonny Gonzalez para pelearle a cualquiera de ellos.
He says he's ready for anybody. Anybody that wants to go ahead and take him on, he's ready at any time against any of those guys. Whatever, which one of those fighters want to go ahead, he's not going to duck anybody. He's more than ready to go. Colonel, back to you, the new IBO. Well, he has one more thing to say.
Este campeonato se lo dediqué a mi hijo. Le dije que iba a regresar a casa con el cinturón y se lo iba a regalar. Hijo, sueño cumplido. Esto es para ti regresando a casa. ¡Y viva México, señores!
And he said he promised this belt to his son. And he said the dream realized. And he said, Viva Mexico. Colonel, the new IBO featherweight champion, Jhonny Gonzalez. Back to you, Colonel.
All right, thank you, Benny. Great job. A great job by Miguel Roman to win the IBO Super Featherweight Eliminator against Tyrone Harris. And, of course, you just saw Jhonny Gonzalez in his IBO Featherweight Championship fight. And, again, congratulations.